Hi folks, it's Robin Clayton and I want to welcome you back to my channel, Zodicatthefarm, where I create these gorgeous garden glass flowers and more. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my creative space. If you're not new to my channel, thanks for coming back. I really do appreciate it. So we're going to be working on this particular piece. It's a 3-piece double Murano. I've got a Murano cobalt blue flower petal, followed by this Murano gold speckled flower petal, followed by that multi blue and green orb in the middle. So I hope that you will stay with me because I'm going to give you my tips from A to Z on how to create these gorgeous garden glass flowers for your home or for your garden. All right, so now let's move on to the items that you're going to need to complete this project. Stay with me. Okay, I went ahead and brought the camera down so you can see all of the different items that we're going to be using. So I have all of my plates ready to go. This is a cobalt blue Murano flower, and I've already cut the hole in this one, so we're not going to be cutting that one today. I've got this beautiful Murano flower petal. It's more like a 4-leaf clover, but I think it absolutely looks really quite beautiful sitting here on this cobalt blue flower petal. And then I've got this multicolor blue and green orb that will finish it off as a centerpiece. You're also going to need to have a measuring tape to measure your plates. You're going to need to have some rubber washers. You're going to need to have stabilizers when cutting. You're also going to need to have a cordless drill or a drill press. I'm going to be using my drill press today simply because the bigger piece has already been cut, so I'm going to cut the smaller piece on the drill press. You're going to need diamond tipped drill bits. You're going to need a hanging flower. I get this from Hobby Lobby. I love this flower. And this is only if you're going to be hanging this outside. If you're not going to be hanging it outside, then you don't need to use a hook. You're also going, if using it outside, you're going to need a chair cover. I generally put a hole in the top of this so that the hook itself sits quite nicely and tightly in that chair cover when I mount it outside. You need a little bit of water. You're going to need a toggle bolt. I use 3/16 by 3 inches. So I've got the toggle and I've got the bolt here. You're going to need a magic marker to mark your plates. I use 2 screwdrivers. I use a standard screwdriver and I use an electric screwdriver. You're also going to need towels to wipe down your dishes once you complete cutting them, and you're going to need some type of Windex or cleaner to clean everything off. Don't forget to use safety gloves as well as your protective eyewear. That's very important so that the glass does not spit back upon you. Okay, so that is pretty much everything that we're going to need for the project. We're now going to move on to the cutting stage of this particular piece. Stay with me. Okay, folks, I'm over here getting set up to cut this Murano flower petal, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out this for a new drill bit, specifically because this is a relatively thick piece and I want to make sure that I have a new drill bit to get through the thickness of this Murano piece of glass. So I'm just tightening everything up with the chuck. Got my water here. Got my gloves ready. I'm not going to need to adjust the press because it is already set up according to where I need it to be. So I'm just going to get ready here. And there was a little piece of cork on this back side of here, I guess, to set it down on things, you know. So I had to remove that. So there's still a little bit of a ring there, but I'll get that off after I cut the piece. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of water here. It just helps to break through the sediment. Give it one last check. And here we go. All right, there we go, straight through. All right, let's move on to the assembly portion of this. Stay with me. Okay, folks, we are back here at the assembly portion of this particular video. And I'm gonna take this cobalt blue Murano flower petal and I'm gonna give it a good cleaning before I get started. Make sure all the residue is off. Let's make sure it's nice and shiny and clean before I do the assembly. I hope y'all are doing wonderful out there. Today is, I believe, September the 28th of 2021. Unbelievable. So I hope y'all are having a really good week. All right, so we're done with that one. And I have also given a good cleaning to this piece. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring that camera down so you can see how I assemble all of these pieces. Okay, so I have everything laid out here that I'm going to be using for assembly. So here we go with assembly. I've got my hook and I've got my bolt and I'm gonna stick that straight through just like that. And then I'm gonna take one of my washers and I'm gonna put it through that bolt just like that, and then I'm going to stick it straight through this cobalt blue flower petal and carefully turn it on its side. Then I'm going to take another washer and I'm going to put that washer right there in the center. That gives it a little bit of cushion for the next piece. And then I'm going to take this beautiful Murano and I'm going to go ahead and stick that just like that so it sits right in the center. Then I'm going to take another washer and put that washer right there. And then I start with my toggle. And I'm going to go ahead and get it started. And I'm going to try and screw it down just far enough where I can get my orb to secure to the toggle. So I've got this open orb and I'm going to go ahead and press that just like that until I can feel the toggle click, and it has clicked in. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to turn this over carefully on its side and I'm going to reach for my Phillips head screwdriver, cordless, and I'm going to go ahead and begin to tighten. Okay, and you just want to make sure that you're doing it in spurts as to not break any of the glass. So that's kind of reached its point for me where I feel comfortable. So I'm going to follow up with my standard Phillips head and I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it down. We're on its side. That looks really good. To give it one more quick tighten. I'm holding that orb on the other side so it will tighten evenly with all the pieces. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let me show you the piece. I think it absolutely came out magnificent. So I've got this blue, cobalt blue Murano, I believe it's called a Yalos Murano flower petal, followed by this gold Murano a flower petal or 4-leaf clover. I just thought it looked amazing though with this particular piece. And then I've got the orb in the middle. And then let me turn it around so you can see the hook on the back. And I think that just came out absolutely magnificent. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like now on a stand. All right, stay with me. Here's the stand that I'm going to be using. It's my stand that I always use. So I'm just going to take my piece and I'm going to just carefully set it there on the stand. Okay, pick it up. Okay, here it is on the stand. I think that looks absolutely magnificent. And there it is from the rear. Yes, that is a beautiful cobalt and gold blue glass garden flower. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Okay, so let me show you now what this looks like on an outdoor stand. Stay with me. Okay, here's a stand. This is a piece of conduit that I have painted a navy blue, and I've got my chair cover here, and I've got a hole that I drilled through the center of it. So I'm going to take my flower, and I'm just going to go ahead and push it straight in. Just like that, nice and easy. And here we go. There it is on the stand. I think it looks absolutely magnificent. Let me turn it to the back. And this particular stand absolutely matches this one perfectly. So I think that looks absolutely amazing. So yeah. No swaying with this. That's what I love about the chair cover, because it sits so lovely on an outdoor stand. I think it looks magnificent. I hope you have enjoyed it. Okay, folks, so that is it for the creation of this Murano cobalt blue and gold Murano garden glass flower. If you have any questions with regards to anything that took place during the video today, you can email me at my website at www.zodicatthefarm.com. If you're interested in purchasing any of these pieces, you can also find them at my website at www.zodicatthefarm.com. If you have any questions or comments that you would like to present to me, you leave them in the comment section below. I always love hearing your comments about the flowers that I create. All right, I hope you have a blessed week and a blessed weekend, and I hope to see you next time here at Zodicatthefarm. Many blessings sent your way. Take care. Bye-bye.